Everybody jump. Okay, let's everybody align next gate. Go ahead and take this warp. Jump on contact. Align to the next gate. Catch up only in scepters at this point. Make sure you're nullified. Everybody align. And take this warp. Catch up in scepters only. Catch up in scepters only. There's a gate camp. So make sure you nullify and get off the, or not a gate camp, there's a station camp. Everybody jump. Align next. Sorry, align to the broadcast. Everybody take this warp. All right, guys, what's going to happen is if you see any Sino go up close to us, switch and blap it immediately. Everybody jump, everybody jump, everybody jump.
Rapier behind us.
Everybody line here. Everybody line, everybody line. Make sure you're aligned. Everybody reapproach gate props on. 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 Do not aggress. Do not aggress. Everybody reapproach gate. Once you're on the gate, go props off. Everybody anchor up. Anchor up. Anchor up. Shoot the rapier. Anchor up. Shoot the rapier. Anchor up. Props on. Shoot the rapier. Anchor up. Props on. Shoot the rapier. Everything on the rapier. Everybody props on. Everybody anchor up. Props on. Everybody anchor up. Props on. Heat for 2 cycles. Heat for 2 cycles. Anchor up. Props on. Keep drones in. If we have a scepter with us here, could you please go to the Ansiblex grid? Everybody go ahead and align here. Everybody prop off. Everybody prop off. Everybody prop off. Everybody take the sword. Everybody aligned with the answer. Everybody load spike. Everybody load spike. Line to Nancy. Everybody load spike. Line Nancy. Go ahead and take the sword. Could you get Dictors stop bubbling in the direction of their fortizar? Everybody else anchor up. Damage on the broadcast. Actually, anchor up, anchor up, anchor up. Primary will be N. Primary will be N. Anchor up, props on. Everybody anchor up, props on. Primary will be N. After N will be A. Everything on N, everything on N, everything on N. Anchor up, props on. Everything on N. All right, now A, switch to A, switch to A. Switch to A. After A will be V. Count defenders, count to 5 and launch your defenders. After V will be T. After V will be T. After TH will be TI. After TH will be TI. Everybody drones out, put them on lights around us. Everybody drones out, put them on lights around us. Shoot TI. After TI, shoot YA. -1s in fleet if you're dying. Make sure your props are on. Shoot YA. And then SL. Shoot YA, then SL. Everything on YA. Then switch to... Everybody switch to SL. Everybody switch to SL. Switch to SL. Forget YA. Forget YA. Switch to SL. Forget YA. Switch to SL. After SL will be BB. Everybody make sure your drones are on lights. Make sure your drones are on lights. Switch to BB. After BB will be KA. BB, BB, then KA. BB, then KA. All right, switch to KA, switch to KA, switch to KA, everything on KA, everything on KA. Everything on KA. All right, switch back to BB, try BB again, try BB again, everything on BB. Switch to BB. All right, stop firing on BB, switch to H1, switch to H1, switch to H1. Switch to H1 and a Hugin, switch to H1 and a Hugin. If you're in the back, heat your prop mods. If you're in the back, heat your prop mods 2 cycles. Switch to H1. Put a little bit of heat into H1. A little bit of heat into H1. All right, swap off to H1 and into MEG. Swap to MEG, swap to MEG. Switch to MEG. Switch to MEG. All right, good job. Switch back to H1, switch back to H1 now, switch back to H1 now. Switch back to H1, put a little bit of heat onto H1, put a little bit of heat onto H1. There you go. Switch back to BBB, switch back to BBB. Sorry, scratch that. Switch to LA. Switch to LA.
Good job, Logi.
Switch to LA. Remember, drones on lights. All right, good job. Switch to AZU. AZU next. AZU next. AZU.
Defenders.
If you're in the back, hit your props.
Stop broadcasting pour bombe de match, guys.
Switch to ERO. Switch to ERO. Switch to ERO. Switch to ERO, everything on ERO. Heat on ERO, heat on ERO, heat on ERO. After ERO, switch to YUE, switch to YUE, switch to YUE, everything on YUE. All right, after ERE, go back onto ERO. Put one round into ERO, then decycle your guns. One round into ERO. After your one round into ERO, switch to MI. Switch to MI. Everything on MI. MI, heat on MI. Switch to JJ, switch to JJ, switch to JJ. Switch to JJ. Switch to JJ. Keep drones on lights, keep drones on lights. Free fire bombers, free fire bombers, free fire bombers, free fire bombers. Free fire bombers, everything on bombers, free fire bombers.
Attack those defenders.
Shoot the slasher, shoot the slasher. Kill the slasher. Align here, align here, align here. Everybody align there, everybody align there, props on. If you're in the back, heat your props. If you're in the back, heat your props. Align there. And go ahead and take this work.
Links down, FC.
Yeah, links down, please. If I could have a scepter check out the E9 gate, ETAC 9. Scepter check out the ETAC 9 gate, please.
ETAC 9 gate is clear of bubbles right now. Malediction on grid. Fleet landing on ETAC 9. Fleet landing on ETAC 9.
Okay. Align to the latest broadcast, align to the latest broadcast, align to the latest broadcast. Align to that, align to that, align to that. Everybody align, everybody align. And go ahead and take this fleet warp. Do not aggress, do not aggress, do not aggress. Pods, please flag exempt. Everybody jump on contact, everybody jump on contact.
Hostile fleet jumped ETAC 9.
Go. Are you able to trail them for a little bit?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, do that. Just keep me updated where they're moving. Everybody jump, everybody jump, everybody jump. Combat timer should be down. Yeah, sorry about that. I let our fleet get a little bit too spread out there at times, but we pulled it back together. I'll give you guys a little bit of a story time after. Align there. Everybody make sure you're jumping and aligning.
Coastal fleet aligns to C8. It didn't work yet.
Okay. Everybody take this warp. Jump on contact. Everybody jump. Anybody got a BR per chance? Anybody got a BR?
Coastal fleet in warp to CR tech.
Everybody align there. Everybody align there. Everybody align there. Go ahead and take this warp. Everybody jump. Jump, 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 jump. Align there.
Coastal fleet jumping HHK from E-Tech 9.
Thank you. Everybody take this warp. Everybody jump. Everybody jump.
They're crashing back to E-Tech 9, most of them.
Okay. Thank you. Everybody align there.
Coastal fleet in warp to C8 tech.
Thank you. Everybody take this warp. So, I'll give a little bit of a story time as we're moving here. They had an Antiblex coming out. I guess technically like one of their renters or smaller groups within Winterco. I believe it's like East or Savannah's super mercenary. The Antiblex I think is owned by Eastwind. Eastwind on their own can usually bring about like a handful of ENIs and stuff, but since it's a little bit closer to frat time zone here, I figured that they, I don't know, we could try for a fight, which we did get. So we pinged it out, gunned it for the ANSI. I was kind of expecting them to engage over, but they formed a little bit ahead of us. and sat on a Titan and X-47 and instead just bridged ahead of us. They also dropped an Apostle at 0 to wrap it up pretty quickly. Everybody will end there. So by the time we actually got there, like, I thought they were going to sign into us on top of us as we jumped through the gate, you know, take advantage of a little bit of the commotion there. But they just went to the Fortizar instead. So I figured, you know, might as well give it a swing, try for the Apostle or something. So, yeah, had a little bit of a fight.
RY.
Thank you. Everybody take the sweet work. Got ourselves a little bit of a fight. They did outnumber us a little bit more than I had hoped so. Initial numbers were a little bit more even. But, you know, it is what it is. I think we traded pretty decently given the, you know, the numbers and everything. And they're bringing more and more vultures every time, which those are tough to chew through. So.
Tanky.
Yeah, they're very tanky. Everybody jump C-Tech H. Everybody jump. I'll get you guys an SRP link and everything once we're back home. We kind of have to go a little bit of a long way around. Otherwise, they just jump onto us. And at this point, like, you know, we were struggling to break a couple other things. So it's probably best not to go for another engagement. Everybody take this. Everybody make sure you're aligning and take this warp. Everybody jump on contact. I'll go ahead and get everybody's fat rolling. Everybody jump, jump. Once you're in ION, go ahead and set that as destination. Align to the next gate. Yeah, I saw somebody had a little bit of a expensive pod. That's what it is. Guys, take this warp. Everybody reload to antimatter. Everybody reload to antimatter. We will have to stick together here. We will have to stick together. I do apologize. It might take us a little bit longer to get home. Everybody jump, jump. I'll go to the next gate.
Sorry, FC, I seemed like I lost them. But they're not in X7.
Yeah, they're in X47 right now. You should be good to go. I have ice in X47. Yeah. Take the sort. Jump on contact online. Guys, go ahead and take the sort. Everybody jump. Line next. Line next. Take this run. Let's take this work. Everybody align next. Take this work. Everybody jump, jump. And then on next gate. Oh, yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Hmm. Does anybody still have a scepter in X-Tech 7? Anybody have like a scepter or cloaky eyes in X-Tech 7? Fantastic. Arthurus. Oh, I mean like an on and all. 2-1. Can you log in your cloaky eyes and move them to X47, please? Can you move them to X47? Everybody else take the sword. Jump on contact. Everybody jump. Guys, I do apologize. The reason it's taking a little bit longer is because Frat actually, remember how I said how they stacked up on a Titan in X47? That's what they did again. And it looks like they're looking to drop us again. So, just bear with me here. Align to the next gate. Let's go. Props on for 2 cycles. Props on for 2 cycles. Guys, if you're in the feroxes, you're going to listen to acid for a little bit.
Just what? So, Adel, is that correct? Can you jump? That's one for me.
Was that me?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Just jump, hold your cloak, tell me what's in the safe.
Other side of the gate's clear.
Thank you, jump. Everyone's jump. Align, oh, take it. So, whoop. You go outbound, you're +1.
Out gate's clear.
Outgate's clear. What's on the inside of that outgate?
Other side's clear.
Hold on this gate. Hold. Everyone jump, hold your click, jump, hold your click, jump, hold your click, jump, hold your click.
Guys, it's very important you listen to what we're saying carefully.
Outgate is clear. LTAC T side is camped.
Broadcast the line 2 is up.
A scan of LTAC is in fleet.
I appreciate that. Take this warp when you land. I'm gonna broadcast a new line 2, right? So when you land, you're aligning to the ESS. Align to the SS. Align to the SS. Take this. Load spike. Load spike, load spike, load spike. Do I have one dictator? Align LTAC T. Align LTAC T. Align LTAC T. Do I have a dictator or not?
Guys, if you died and you were back in XTAC 7, or if you're still in XTAC 7, go ahead and reship into Jackdaws. Go ahead and reship into Jackdaws. Read the info and the MOTD.
Come on, align, 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 align. Shoot that raptor, spike. Shoot the harpy next. Raptor first and then harpy. Lap it. This one. There we go, 10 seconds. Thank you. Keep aligning. We're not going to track labs. Prop on, prop on, prop on, prop on, prop on, prop on, prop on. We're going to do prop on 3 cycles, right? I'll tell you when to shut off, right? Prop on at the
Do I
back
have
wake up.
those XTAC 7 eyes? Or
Wake up.
X47?
Stop your prop. If you're at the back, prop on.
Are they still about 200 in X47? Okay. Let me know the moment that changes, if it changes.
Stop your props. Stop your props now. Just align now. Stop your props. Just align normal speed. You've got spike loaded as well, right? Sorry, metal go.
Jackal, where to go?
Are you in?
If you're in a Jackdaw and XTAC 7, just stay docked for now. If you're a Jackdaw XTAC 7, just stay docked.
Roger.
Guys, if you are in X-Tac 7 and you are just joining and you were previously with the main fleet, make sure you move down to the second wing under Scupus. Make sure you move down to the second wing under Scupus if you are in X-Tac 7. Free moves up. If you are still with the feroxes, make sure you're staying in the wing you are still in.
If you're at the back, prop cycle 1 feroxes. Give me a couple of prop cycles if you're at the back, right? Load spike.
Guys, give me more Curins with the Jackdaws. Give me more Curins with the Jackdaws ASAP.
Give me boosts. Give me boosts. Boosts up. Get ready. What's your range? Spike.
Local spike isn't.
140. 140.
Iridium. Sorry, load iridium. Give me a range on your iridium.
100.
100. Okay. Load iridium and get ready, right?
Guys, if you are in X-Tac 7, I need more Curins. Like yesterday. I need this quick. Pretty much, the situation is, Frat is ready to drop again. They have a
Lock
Lancer
up.
Dread looking at us.
No, don't shoot him. Don't shoot him. This is your target. Yazoo. Can you get him? Nope. Oh, yeah. We're hitting. Stop. Yeah.
Guys,
keep
please,
going.
like, 2 more Curins. With the Jackdaws. 2 more Curins with the Jackdaws. Jackdaws, you are now listening to me and me only. From X-Tac 7.
Right, keep aligning. Keep aligning. Shoot local, see if we hit him.
Alright. Jackdaws and Curins in X-Tac 7, go ahead and undock. Jackdaws and Curins in X-Tac 7, go ahead and undock.
Unlock him. Unlock local.
Broadcast and line 2 is up. Broadcast and line 2 is up. Align yourselves. Guys, take this work. Sharpshooter mode. Go into sharpshooter mode. Sharpshooter right now. Load Eldari Navy Scourge.
Shoot that stiletto if you can.
Jackdaws jump. Jump on contact. Jackdaws jump on contact. Jackdaws jump on contact.
Stop shooting him. Stop shooting him.
My X-47 dude, how many people are left there?
In our fleet, you mean?
He said 200 in local, X-47.
Okay, still 200. Okay. Jackdaw's line there.
Guys, we're never gonna track that stiletto, right? So just don't waste too much ammo on him. Stop your aggression on the stiletto.
Jackdaws take this word.
Boosts down, boosts down, boosts down, boosts down. No boosts. Absolutely zero boosts. Give me your aggression timers.
Jackdaw's line there. Jackdaw's line there. Jackdaws take this warp, jump on contact, hold your cloak. Jackdaws jump on contact, hold your cloak. All jackdaws jump, 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 jump. Jackdaws anchor up on Scoopus. Shoot this flycatcher. Jackdaws anchor up on Scoopus. Shoot this flycatcher. Shoot the flycatcher. Never mind. Reapproach gate. Reapproach gate. Did anybody get a combat timer? All jackdaws props on reapproach gate. All jackdaws props on reapproach gate. Jackdaws jump back through. Jackdaws jump back through. Jackdaws reapproach. Jackdaws reapproach. Jackdaws reapproach. Can I have like a handful of jackdaws that are with me X up real quick? With Scoopus. Spooky, can you jump through, reapproach the gate, and tell me if there's still a bubble there or any tackle there?
Copy.
On the O-Tech end side.
Just a retry 300 out. Bubbles up still.
Other jackdaws orbit this gate at 500 for now. Orbit the gate at 500. Orbit the O-Tech end gate at 500.
The flycatcher just landed on that.
Shoot that flycatcher, shoot the flycatcher, shoot the flycatcher.
Bubble down.
Never mind. Spooky, is there a bubble in O-Tech N on this gate?
Bubbles down. Bubbles down.
Load antimatter, load. No, keep iridium, sorry, keep iridium. Sorry, keep iridium.
Jackdaws increase orbit, jackdaws increase orbit to 10 kilometers, jackdaws increase orbit to 10 kilometers, props on.
Jump. Jump, 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 jump. Jump, 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 jump.
Jackdaws, once you've increased your orbit, align there. Props off, align there, props off. If there's any... Log and fire the flycatchers, log and fire the flycatchers, log and fire the flycatchers.
Align.
Log and fire the flycatchers, log and fire.
Prop on.
Free fire.
Prop on,
Free fire all tackle, free fire all tackle, free fire all tackle. Count between 1 to 5.
Blap that Arazu, real fast. Blap it, quickly. Blap that
Everything on the Arazu, everything on the Arazu, everything on the Arazu, everything on the Arazu. Everybody props on, everybody props on, everybody props on, everybody props on, align there, everybody props on, align there. Free fire tackle after the Arazu. Keep everything on the Arazu after the Arazu, free fire tackle.
Frag the purifiers. Frag the
Shoot this guy.
purifiers.
Free fire bombers, free fire bombers.
Let's go. Free fire on the bombers.
Jackdaws, shoot that guy.
Free fire on the bombers.
Another asshole.
You died.
Everybody props on.
Jackdaws, wake up.
Free fire dictors, free fire dictors, free fire dictors.
Kept out FC.
HA. Feroxes. HA. Feroxes, HA.
Jackdaws this Eris, Jackdaws this Eris.
Prop on, get to the side of the bubbles. Come on, wake up. Prop on. Make your way out of the bubble. Make your way out of the bubble. Keep shooting these dictors as well. We're gonna scratch on HA. Scratch.
Jackdaws anchor up. Jackdaws anchor up. Props on. Jackdaws anchor up. Props on.
Shoot this.
Jackdaws shoot the saber. Jackdaws shoot the saber.
Feroxes, keep following the new broadcast. Shoot those harpies down. They are the tackle. Let's go.
Shoot this.
You keep aligning out. Right? Keep fragging those harpies. Keep aligning.
Jackdaws
Keep
everything
aligning.
on YY.
Good job. Shoot these scepters, these dictors in front of us. Shoot these dictors. Put lights, drones on this saber and this stiletto. Drones on this stiletto. Keep shooting the dictors.
Everything on YY. Keep using lights, guys.
Everyone on the warpass here.
Shoot this. Jackdaws shoot this. Jackdaws shoot this.
You guys out of the bubbles? Yes? Everyone out the bubbles? There's a bunch of you in the bubbles there. Keep getting out.
I'm in another bubble.
Shoot the saber. Shoot the saber.
Take this fleet warp. If you didn't get the fleet warp, don't worry. Align outbound. Align to the outbound gate now. Align to the outbound gate. X47. No boosts. Whoop. Keep aligning. Give me your aggression. Take this warp. If you miss the warp yourself to X47 at 0.
Guys, less you feroxes and stuff in bubbles. Get out.
Jump
Jackdaws jump through. Jackdaws jump through.
Jump through. If you got caught in a trap bubble, that's okay.
Projectiles in line there. Props on.
Ferox is a line as well. Props on. Get out of the bubbles, please, if you've just jumped through. Take the fastest route out. Take the swap.
All right, guys. Breakout was a little bit messy. A little bit messier than I hoped for, but they didn't drop the Lancer Dread. Didn't get lanced. I hope you guys had at least a little bit of fun there. Good job to everybody.
Still trying to get myself out. Fucking harpies caught me.
Yeah, they caught my main monitor. It was a shame.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it. In an Osprey can't do shit.
Yeah.
Up.
All right, guys. Make sure you're docking up. Everybody, make sure you're docking up. If you're still somewhere else for whatever reason, I'd say wait a little bit until things cool off, and then you should be good to head back home. I will be posting an SRP link. Once again, thank you all very much for showing up, and I
Happy to get away.
see you guys again on the next one. Hope everybody had fun.